曼谷择校，华生与爸带你了解曼谷 Shrewsbury 国际学校河滨校区。
And as we come through, this is the start of the tour. Here we are in the pre-prep school, so this is EY1, EY2, Year 1 and Year 2.
Year 2.
So from the ages of 3 till 7. And they have their own self-contained environment. So we'll go now into the Ey1 Garden. We just had this garden redeveloped actually and extended. So outdoor learning is a huge part of what we do in EY. We integrate some forest school curriculum into EY now, which is hugely exciting. Some experts in that within the EY team. And really, this outdoor space is 4 times the space of the inside. But we encourage movement between inside and outside continually. And the whole EY program is based around natural play and exploration and developing independence and confidence. Of interest to potentially your clientele is the fact that we are very near the traditional Chinese centre in Bangkok. So we're on Charing Krung. Chinatown itself is on Charing Krung, just up the road. So naturally might be quite of interest to your parents anyway.
This is really cool.
Splash pool. This is where they learn to interact in a wet environment.
10 minutes steep, or 10 meters steep, right?
But they absolutely love it. They love it. So EY1, EY2 and Year 1 all get splash play time. And even when children have moved from early years into Year 1, they still have some timetable time down in this garden and in the splash pool. Not plastic resources, but natural materials that students sort of start to play with, understand what they can do with them themselves and really create their own ideas. Very uncluttered, and that's the philosophy behind sort of natural materials, natural colours that they yeah, absolutely.
This is EY1,
so yeah, this is an EY1 classroom.
Yeah, so that's they are finished the half day school.
Yeah. Set up for tomorrow, or starting to be set up for tomorrow. And you can see that teachers start to lay out some activities for the children to get started with. And in the morning, it's really they arrive, they start to play, and then at 8 o'clock they'll have a little get together and talk about what they're going to do in the day. And the teacher will sort of guide them towards certain things, but ultimately it's the children who look for the things they enjoy. So there's lots of different things in the garden itself. Mud play, tree climbing, arts and crafts style things, the garden itself, lots of things to explore.
How many maximum students in school?
In EY1, our class size is about 15, with 1 fully qualified teacher and 2 teaching assistants. That remains in EY2, although the class sizes are a little bit bigger in EY2. As we go into Year 1, the class sizes go up to about 22, and that remains in Year 2 as well. In Year 3 to 6, it's around 25. By that stage, just 1 teacher assistant, and then in senior school, it depends on the subject and the setting. The school is a member of a house. We have 6 houses, all named after Nobel Peace Prize winners. And students start to take part in activities relating to their house from Year 1 onwards.
And the houses will continue to the higher grades.
Correct. So once you're in a house, you're in a house for life. Actually, primary areas. So the things that all children need to learn in terms of skills development. So we've got some physical development, some personal, social, and emotional development, and communication and language. And there are also specific elements building the foundations for their learning in their subjects later on in school. So we've got arts and design, understanding the world, the sciencey type thing, literacy, or English language we now say, and maths. After the early years foundation stage, we moved to key stage 1, so year 1, year 2, and you can see that it's actually more specific in its nature. So you've still got 7 curriculum areas, but they are around specifically science, not understanding the world as it was generically in EY, but science. PE rather than physical development, performing arts separately. As you can also see, we've got Thai language, part of the curriculum for everyone within this British curriculum school up until the end of year 9, and topic. So what we do throughout the junior school is actually frame all these subjects around topics, whether that be space or Incredible Africa. They are topics which really bind the learning of different subjects together. So you might be learning about, you might be creating drums in art, which then you play in music, and which you summon the animals of the savannah in your topic lesson.
And Thai class, how many times for each week?
I will have to come back to you on that, Jess. But it's, I believe in year 1, for example, they start the day with Thai every day. But it's an element which all students under license have to do within our school, hoping that the students use their education for the good of society afterwards. An example of the way that we sort of introduce some of these subject matters. At the moment we've got a prep science fair that is going on for year 3 to 6, and the projects that those students choose to do will be related to a sustainable development goal. The pre-prep learning, we have the pre-prep learning zone where the students learn their time, and we have the pre-prep hall where not only do a lot of the student assemblies, those kind of get-together activities happen, parent activities happen as well. So we actually do a lot of events for what we call Parents in Partnership, where we discuss what we're doing at school, how parents can help support their children at home, and really just bring an understanding, a greater understanding to the parents of what we're trying to achieve and how they can be part of that.
You're having music class.
It looks like this is actually a breakout class. So and is a USP for us is we supplement the curriculum with some great different things. So one of them is forest school activities, and another one is massage in schools. So the children themselves learn some massage techniques which they employ on each other, and it helps calm them down.
And be closer to each other, right?
Well, indeed, it's about respect for one another, learning how to respect each other, and really bond, actually. And one of the favourite moments here is when they bring their parents in and show them what they've done, and actually massage their parents. It's a really sweet moment of topic learning. So in year 1, this was the once upon a time fantasy topic with Africa, space and so forth. Year 2, their topics: time travellers, superheroes, robots, kings and queens. So all these kind of topics which are just designed to engage, so you make learning maths fun and connected to what you're learning in English or science. And so it goes.
Like a map of the whole year.
Indeed, yeah. Those topics sometimes change, but quite often they're the same throughout. Typical, a breakout area in the guided reading room. So we're specifically focusing on a bit of reading. And in here,
there are students here?
Okay. So uses it for a multi-function space.
Dancing.
Welcome to the dance studio.
A purpose?
Yeah, it's a sprung floor. It's a high quality, top spec dance studio.
Yoga.
So the top end of the junior school. Then we have year 3 over there, and they get quite a lovely view of the river. Look at year 3.
Oh.
We
And
also
this
have
is the library.
the library.
Oh.
In fact, this is quite a good way to go. Let's have a quick look at the junior library. And we actually encourage our parents to be members of the library. So not only are there the resources we've got here, but there's an online catalogue which they can sign up to as well.
No.
So not now, no, we're into
So they are
lessons.
only reading. There are more than 10 rooms.
Yeah, I can't tell you actually how many there are.
20.
Yeah, probably around that.
Enough for the students.
To do some live performances in front of very limited audiences. They're still going online, so people are preparing, they're getting some outcomes and reward for their work. We've got quite a big concert coming up, big junior one and a big senior one, and they really are showcase events for our performers and a culmination of all their hard work. And here is Mr. Place, our director of music.
Wait, would you like me as well?
Yeah.
Thank you. There you go. I'm not there. I'm not there. Hang on a minute. Why is my picture not up there?
You're the boss.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Direct access onto the memorial hall from here, your studio space.
这是戏剧教室，专门。
Teachers working hard to be teachers. Here's quite an important area for the school. This is our learning support zone, and so this is where children with additional needs will come and get the specialist support they need. And we focus a lot on pastoral care as well, so we actually have a well-being team who are specifically there to help families, not just the children, families to really get a positive education here at Shrewsbury. You know, it's making sure that they're emotionally well supported. Children are children. They experience all sorts of things in their childhood years, in their teenage years, and we just want to make sure that they're confident and well supported. Yes, there are some specialist support, some specialist areas in which certain students need support as well, and we have a special educational needs team who look after that.
Oh. But the students are still studying in a classroom, not a special classroom.
As in any school, you will have parts of what they do. Children of different needs, different abilities will be grouped and will be working in different groups individually. Sometimes that is as an individual with one-on-one support. Some students do need that, and it's not something that's provided as standard. We do facilitate that as a school. The innovation zone, so making things, designing things, creativity, but also practical skills are hugely important to the way we teach, and we recognise that. And we've got this is our junior design lab, and around here are sort of space where we design stuff on computers, and we cut them with laser cutters. So as a little example, here's something that the students have designed representing a positive word. Okay, so this is year 6 students. They've chosen their own positive word, and they have made a clock, which here, where they can display that, and which they'll be able to take home.
这里是中学部的设计实验室，这里面是很大的一个空间，有各种各样的工具，各种各样的设备。
So whilst we're known for strength in maths and science and medicine and stuff like that when students leave, this space is a hugely important space in schools. Students love it, both within the curriculum and beyond. and for many it's their favourite space throughout their time at school, with a significant number also going on to do design and artistic related degrees afterwards. So a big flexible workshop space, some specialist rooms around the outside including spray rooms and cutting rooms, and this is a good chance to actually see what we've got beyond. We're lucky here to have, especially in this sort of central location, 3 sports fields. This back sports field is the largest of those, and it will be relayed with the new running track this summer.
And that's a building of the school.
Yeah, so we'll get a better view of that in just a minute, but that is the new innovation building, and we'll talk about that in just a moment.
Innovation for...
So it's basically a big building, big space designed for STEM subjects. So we have specifically an innovation room, yes, 4 computing suites, a robotics space, 18 science labs, top specification science labs, 16 mathematics classrooms. On the bottom floor, a 700-seat dining hall, air conditioned, and then on the top floor, where our pre-university students, our A-level program students, will spend most of their time. We've got a new sixth form centre, 4,000 square metres, with lots of spaces for both group discussion and individual discussion and breakout and higher education counselling. Comes the art studio. So over the next 8 to 12 months they'll actually redevelop this entire space into the new art studio.
The art studio with good river view.
It's got a great river view. I'll take you up to the existing art studio to get a feel for the kind of view they do get. So that's part of our wellbeing team in the senior school. So we have specific individuals there just to support students with whatever sort of concerns, needs, personal, social that they have, and make sure they're basically happy learners. That's what we want. We know that students that feel supported and that are happy, they know they can talk to anyone. They perform better at school. Skills. But continues through to some pretty high quality art teaching in the senior school. As we go through these labs, you get a feel for the kind of focus that currently exists. But all this will, come August, be shut effectively. As science labs go to the new building, we've got an opportunity then to redevelop this space. Psychology at the end, increasingly the subjects. Get a feel for our Riverside setting here. About 10 minutes walk from Seven Taxi BTS station. So the humanities, social sciences at the moment are here, will remain in this building. We haven't yet seen the plans for how that's going to look in the future, but at Shrewsbury, at the very top end of the school, the most popular subjects, I guess, are the sciences, maths and economics. They're the most popular. Having said that, our performance across the arts and social sciences is also very strong. Here we are at the Thai Studies department, a very important department for the whole school. But this will also be the entranceway into the new innovation building. Okay, so they'll clear through there and put a walkway through at this level. Very young age, Ey1 in this learner pool, and then 2 main pools with a competition pool with all the timers there on the right hand side. And for air conditioning from the start, with 2 basketball courts and spectator seating, a strength and conditioning zone, 340 metres below that, and a yoga studio and a spin bike studio there as well. For this innovation building, you might get a better front view when we go down there.
我说一下，对面楼上是有3个网球场，然后中间那一层呢是室内的体育馆， 右边的那里面呢，也是有这个篮球场的。下面呢有3个游泳池，啊，分别对不同年龄段的，还有一个这样的孩子来游泳练习。
So we'll have a form room, which will be one of the classrooms, but then for their lessons they'll go to the French classroom for French, or to a science lab for science.
Art studio.
3 studio spaces. If I give you an indication of scale to downstairs to the dining hall, essentially the new art space will be this plus all of that in terms of space. Great view over the river as well.
Creative space. 这里是英制学校里面一个特别的一个阶段 ，Sixth Form， 啊，它其实是在上大学之前的那2年，啊，相当于高中最后2年的一个阶段。同时它会有 A Level 的课程，同时也会在这里一些更多的社交的这种形式的一个环境，会让孩子更好的融入未来的大学的生活。
3 exam halls which are all partitioned off at the moment. If we can get to the back one, it's actually quite a nice view of the back fields. It might be worth it.
这是他们的考试中心。
So not the cleanest window in the world, but good view of the construction, a good feel for this back field.
这里是体操馆，可以看到有很多设备在这里面。
At the moment, we've got a small strength and conditioning room here. That will move over to the big 340 square metre one in August. And this space will get redeveloped over the 2 years from that. So we will get a 4-metre climbing wall, a 4-bay golf simulator room, and a new multi-purpose space for children to play indoors as well.
未来还会再增加一些高尔夫球的模拟，还有一系列的很多新的运动设施。所以实际上在曼谷大部分的这些学校的运动设施都是越来越齐全的。When new students come to the school, which house they should pick one or just a random arranged?
It's a really excellent question. I'm not quite sure how it's done. As far as I know, it's random. But they don't know about it. They get assigned a house. Obviously, in terms of numbers, especially when it comes to competitions and stuff like that, it's good to have equal representation in each house.
Yeah.
Not quite sure how it gets assigned. It's a good question.
I was curious about that.
So, whilst they have their official names relating to those Nobel Peace Prize winners, actually the students themselves associate with a mascot. So each house has an alternative mascot, and that's probably what they know their house is better by as well. Whether you're a lion or a dragon, that's what they like.
Thank you so much.